Hey YouTube, it's Kristin. You're watching Chatterbox Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me for video today. Hope everyone is doing well. It is Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. It's 11:13 p.m. here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am here to do my check-in for the first week of August, which will be from the 1st until the 7th. And that will be done in the YNAB app. That's you need a budget. So on the 1st, I have Avenue 5, $1,686.15. That was for rent and utilities out of my main checking account. Prosper Marketplace, $160.71. That was for a loan payment out of my main checking account. Google One, $107.14 for my annual fees category on my Prime Signature Visa. There was a transfer to my Prime Signature Visa for $25.72 from my main checking account. YouTube Premium, $12.85 for my monthly fee category on my Prime Signature Visa. And then Yardi Services, 95 cents for monthly fees. That's for my main checking account. That's the fee I pay for using the portal to pay my rent. So the total amount spent on that day was $1,967.80. On the 2nd, we have my hairstylist for $140 from the self-care category on my Venmo Cash App. That was for a cut and a color, and I do have very long hair. Rocky Mountain Power, $50 for electricity from my main checking account. Dominion Energy, $31 for natural gas from my main checking account. Then we have Sam's Club, so $27. This was a split transaction on my Venmo Cash App. $11 was for food, and then $16 was for pets. And then Junior, $25 for my contingency fund on my Venmo Cash App. So on that day, I spent $273. So then on the 3rd, we've got Cricket Wireless, $63 for my cell phone bill on my Discover card. Kindle Unlimited, $10.71 for my monthly fee category on my Prime Signature Visa. Then there was a manual balance adjustment for $2.82 from my Ready to Assign category that was on my Google Pay account. I am not using Google Pay for budgeting anymore because I changed my Google storage, both accounts, over to annual. And so I closed out that on this app. And in order to do that, I have to take the remaining balance away. So yeah, I'm still using Google Pay. I still have it available. It's just that I'm not using it for the app anymore, this app anymore. Okay, and then my son, $40 back to my contingency fund on my Venmo Cash App. So that day I spent $36.53. Then on the 4th, we've got a transfer to my Prime Signature Visa for $119.99 from my main checking account. Then one to my Capital One MasterCard for $15. Also from my main checking account. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was my Capital One 360 checking account. So that day the total spent was $0 because it was just transferring from one account to the other. On the 5th, we've got Venmo credit card cashback for 74 cents for inflow into my Ready to Assign category, and that was on my Venmo Cash App. And that was for exactly what it looked like, or what it says, I mean. On the 6th, we've got a transfer to Capital One MasterCard for $92.37 for, from my main checking account. And then transferring my Discover card for $63 from my main checking account. And then a transfer to my Prime Signature Visa for $10.71 for my main checking account. And that was those are all credit card payments as well. So that day balanced out. So it's all $0. So the total amount spent for this month so far, or I should say for this week, we spent $2,276.59. Of course, a big chunk of that was rent. And so as far as the budget goes, everything is on track. I still have $108.58 for my internet bill, which isn't due till the 18th. Auto and home insurance, that's $67.11. That's not due until the 25th. Excuse me. And then I did separate my expenses from scheduled expenses that are fixed. So these are my actual bills. And like my loan and stuff, obviously, you can tell by the name on there. I separated that from my scheduled expenses, which are my flexible expenses. So those are my monthly and annual fees. They're scheduled, so they still have a set due date and a set dollar amount, but they're not necessarily like part of the four walls. So I can, like, if I don't want to pay Netflix 1 month, I could just cancel Netflix. Anyway, so I still have $12.76 available for my annual fees, which is just because I spent $109.24. I still have $12.76 available. I'll probably end up leaving that there and transferring that over till next month. And then as far as unscheduled expenses go, which would be my, just basically my daily expenses, things that aren't going to have a set dollar amount and a set due date. So for food and groceries, I have $233.77 left. Gas and fuel is $41. Household is $43.29. Personal stuff is $50.65, and the pet stuff is $82.61. Excuse me. So most of that was spent yesterday. So it was actually the 8th. So that's not the total balance as of the 7th, but close enough. And then freedom funds, there's a little bit left in there that I haven't spent yet. So I've been rearranging everything, just kind of trying to get this set up. So because I use it on two different, so I use it on my tablet, and as well, actually 3 different ways. So my cell phone, my tablet, and then my Chromebook, which is like a laptop. So because I look at it different ways, I wanted to have a way that, like, I have it set up in a way that would work on all 3 systems. I still need to try it on the Chromebook and see. Because I haven't been there very much. But anyway, I apologize for the yawning, you guys. We've been awake since. We woke up at 5 or 4:30, 4:50, something like that. And then I went to the gym this morning, and then we worked. And then we did have a little bit of a nap, but not very much of one. So it's definitely past my bedtime. But I wanted to do this video before I got too far into the week. And then I will be back in a couple of days to do my budget with me for the paycheck on the 12th. Which will be going towards the expenses for September, I believe. So I think I actually am still a month ahead on my covering my expenses. As far as scheduled expenses, the unscheduled expenses are the ones that I might have to do those every 2 weeks instead of every month. But I'm still trying to stay as ahead of everything as I possibly can. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. I just wanted you guys to see that I did calm down on the spending this month. I do still have a couple of things to take back to the store. I haven't done that yet. Well, obviously that's why I said I still have to do it. But I'm hoping to do that this weekend. We'll see. I just going to the store this time of year just because of how hot it is. It's just the thought of going is just overwhelming. In the past, I always had to return things because I spent too much money. And so I needed the money back to pay bills. Now that I'm not in that situation anymore, it's kind of like, okay, I don't have to rush as much. I mean, yeah, there's still a deadline for when I can return things, but the rugs for Walmart, I think I'll have 90 days to return those because I haven't opened them at all. And since I've already paid the credit card that I used to pay for them, then I'll just have a credit on my credit card. And so I'm kind of like, well, I mean, I still want that, but it doesn't have to be right away. Anyway, okay, I am so sorry. One of these days I'll do a video where I'm not yawning so much, but it is at least it's bedtime this time. The other day I had no excuse for yawning so much. So, all right, I will say goodnight. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.